Good afternoon, students. Yesterday we discussed about half-life and average life period. Today we are going to discuss one of the important one, nuclear fission. So, the heavy unstable nucleus bombarding with a slow-moving neutron, that is a thermal neutron. So, the heavy nucleus split into two moderate nucleus and produces some amount of energy. The process is known as nuclear fission. Okay, so heavy unstable nucleus bombarding with a slow moving neutron. The heavy nucleus split into two moderate nucleons and produces some amount of energy. The process is known as nuclear fission. So nuclear fission means heavy nucleus splitted into moderate nucleus. When we are bombarding with a slow moving neutron, that is called a thermal neutron. Okay, it produces some amount of energy. So let us take one example. Uranium-90 to 235, this is unstable nucleus. It having more number of nucleons, protons and neutrons. So the uranium bombarding with a slow moving neutron, that is called thermal neutron. The fast moving neutrons are converted into slow moving neutron by using moderators. Okay, so the bombarding with a thermal neutron, uranium. So the uranium nucleus split into barium and krypton. Barium 56-141 and krypton 36-92. In this process, 3 neutrons are produced and some amount of energy is produced. The amount should be equal to 200 mega electron volts. Okay, so the uranium bombarding with slow moving neutron, that is thermal neutron. So the uranium split into barium and krypton. 3 neutrons are produced and 200 mega electron volts energy is produced. So the average energy per nucleon 0.85 mega electron volts. So 0.85 into 235, that should be equal to 199 point something. So that nearly equal to 200 mega electron volts. Okay. So the nuclear fission is nuclear fission is using an atom bomb. The process of atom bomb. So in the nuclear fission, the mass of reactants is greater than the product reactants. So the mass of the uranium is greater than the mass of the barium and krypton. So the product's mass is reduced comparing with the reactants mass. So the difference mass is converted into as a energy. Converted into energy 200 mega electron volts. The process is known as nuclear fission. Nuclear fission is used in atom bomb. Okay. So next one is chain reaction. What is called chain reaction? Chain reaction. Chain reaction is a self-sustained reaction. Chain reaction is a self-sustained process. So in this process, so the multiplication of neutrons in geometric process, geometric progress. Okay. So what is called chain reaction? Chain reaction is a self-sustained process. Once the reaction is started, it continuously going on. The reaction is continuously going on without giving any neutrons from outside. The reaction will going on. Such type of reaction is known as chain reaction. So let us consider, you take one uranium nucleus. One uranium nucleus is bombarding with one thermal neutron. The uranium nucleus split into 2 or more nucleus and produces 3 neutrons. And 3 neutrons again used in chain reaction. The 3 neutrons are bombarding with another 3 nucleus, uranium nucleus, again produces the nucleus. So in this process, the growth of nucleus increases 3, 9 and 27, 81 and so on like this. So the increase the neutrons and increase the energy also. First 200 mega electron volts energy is released. Then after 400, 600, 800 and 1000, 1200 the energy and neutrons are increased multiplied. So such type of reaction is called as chain reaction. What are the conditions of chain reaction? So at least one thermal neutron is available before start the chain reaction. At least one thermal neutron is available. And second one is, so if it the uranium mass is greater than the critical mass. So when the uranium mass is greater than the critical mass, the chain reaction is starting. So before starting chain reaction, the mass of the uranium mass is greater than the critical mass. At least one thermal neutron is available, and the chain reaction is depend on neutron multiplication factor. The neutron multiplication factor is denoted by K. K is equal to number of neutrons present generation by number of neutrons in previous generation. Okay, the ratio of number of neutrons in present generation by the number of neutrons in previous generation. So depend upon K. When the K is less than 1, the situation is known as subcritical state. So when K is less than, that is called a subcritical state. In that state, the chain reaction not maintained sustained, certainly. So the chain reaction not maintained uniformly. If K is equal to 1, the state is known as critical state. In that state, the number of neutrons present in the generation is equal to the number of neutrons in previous generation. Both are equal. The chain reaction in stable state. Okay. So if the K is greater than 1, that is called supercritical state. In that state is uncontrolled state. We cannot control the chain reaction. So such type, when K is equal to 1, so that state is called as supercritical state. In the supercritical state, chain reaction is not controlled. Okay. So the chain reaction is depend on neutron multiplication factor. Neutron multiplication factor is the number of neutrons present generation by number of neutrons in previous generation. When K is less than 1, so the chain reaction not maintained sustained. It is called as a subcritical state. When K is equal to 1, it is a stable state, critical state, and also known as critical state. So when K less than 1, it is called supercritical state. In this K greater than 1, so the chain reaction not uncontrolled chain reaction. Okay, so the chain reaction depend upon K value. Okay, so that, thank you.